after a cup final win. It's bouncing here at Old Trafford. The West Ham fans are in full voice as well, I have to say. There's some kind of presentation going on here with the League Cup. Here it is. Harry Maguire and Bruno Fernandes are lifting it out now, and you're going to hear a massive roar because they're about to lift it.
Yeah, just listen to that, Alex. This
Pretty
is
special, Gaz, isn't it?
Almost 6 years without a trophy. These United fans appreciate seeing silverware here again.
Is there a special atmosphere, Gaz, when you were coming in around the place today?
It feels like somewhat of a, I don't want to say triumphant atmosphere, because United aren't quite where they need to be just yet, but these fans have the feeling this is the start of many.
There we go then. Huge roars to greet the League Cup trophy. Is another piece of silver going to be added to the Old Trafford cabinet this season? You're, of course, all the way through on BBC Radio Manchester with them every step of the way. Mary Earps as well coming out, and Casemiro with their FIFA Best Awards onto the pitch at Old Trafford. You'll hear from Mary Earps at half-time, and also her boss Mark Skinner here on BBC Radio Manchester. FA Cup 5th round action, a place in the quarter-final awaits. So let's get you back to Old Trafford. Your commentary team, former United youth team player Alex Bruce, but first, Gaz Drinkwater.
Just 3 sleeps since Manchester United tasted silverware for the first time in almost 6 years. Ten Hag's boys in red are back in action in Manchester. It's another cup competition, and United know that after a magical day at Wembley, they are just 2 wins away from a return. They face stiff Premier League opposition today from a famous, or should I say infamous in these parts, manager in the dugout for the visiting West Ham. David Moyes brings his Hammers to the Theatre of Dreams off the back of a thumping 4-0 win against Nottingham Forest, but still very much in a relegation battle in the league. In the FA Cup tonight, however, United have got here with wins against Everton and Reading, both here at Old Trafford, whereas West Ham triumphed on away trips to Brentford and Derby to get to the 5th round. Just a huge applause going round Old Trafford tonight as David De Gea is presented an award by Sir Alex Ferguson as he becomes Manchester United's record clean sheet holder with 181. Alex Bruce, quite a party atmosphere at the minute at Old Trafford.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see. It's been a while, as you say, since the Old Trafford punters have seen a bit of silverware paraded on the pitch, and to see the godfather himself, Sir Alex Ferguson, there on the touchline, that was worth seeing in itself. It was worth paying for the ticket. So great start to the game, and if the game's anything like the pre-match entertainment, we're in for a cracker.
Yeah, who needs a light show? This is more like it at Old Trafford tonight. Plenty of changes tonight for the League Cup champions from the final at Wembley. Eric Ten Hag has shuffled the pack. 6 changes, 3 in defence. The captain Harry Maguire is back in the side with Victor Lindelof.
Hello, and thank you for listening to BBC Local Radio on the internet. Unfortunately, the current programme on this station is unavailable. This is either due to contractual reasons or a temporary technical fault. Please try again later. If you're looking for a sport commentary, please visit bbc.co.uk/sport commentaries for details. For the latest news and information from where you live, please visit bbc.co.uk/England. Hello, and thank you for listening to BBC Local Radio on the internet. Unfortunately, the current programme on this station is unavailable. This is either due to contractual reasons or a temporary technical fault. Please try again later. If you're looking for a sport commentary, please visit bbc.co.uk/sport commentaries for details. For the latest news and information from where you live, please visit bbc.co.uk/England. Hello, and thank you for listening to BBC Local Radio on the internet. Unfortunately, the current programme on this station is unavailable. This is either due to contractual reasons or a temporary technical fault.
Waterloo, all the stars of fashion, all first deals. All here. Just one question, who'll get there first? Me or you?
/sport commentaries for details.
Diageo All Star Sale starts 3rd March.
Please visit
Wish list now.
bbc.co.uk/England. Hello, and thank you for listening to BBC Local Radio on the internet. Unfortunately, the current programme on this station is unavailable. This is either due to contractual reasons or a temporary technical fault.
Was in a tight area, but he does win a throw, and it gives time for Manchester United just to assert themselves. Malacia. On Sunday, Lindelof now down that left. He's got Malacia ahead of him. Garnacho, it's back with the Swedish centre half. Ian Lindelof and Maguire. Well, this was the key partnership for Manchester United last season under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and then Ralf Rangnick, who took over in December 2021. And we haven't seen much of them. It seems to be Lisandro Martinez around, who have been excellent, a justified change and a wonderful change for Manchester United. It's paid dividends in recent months, especially. It's with Dalot now to Fernandes. In field it goes to McTominay, 35 yards. McTominay lofts this to Garnacho. United have moved the ball well, slowly. Weghorst wants the ball in the middle. Garnacho puts in his right foot, headed away by West Ham. It was a poor ball by Garnacho, and it gives the chance now down the right side for West Ham to clear up, and it's cleaned up in the end by Lindelof on the halfway line. Wise defending. Malacia for Manchester United. Here's Lindelof. Goes in field to Garnacho. Malacia. It's with Maguire. Maguire tries to go in field. It's good. Here is Sabitzer. Feeds this to Fernandes. Fernandes looking in field. Maybe should have played it back to Weghorst. Still alive for United? No, because Rice latches onto it and he drives forward. Declan Rice needs help though, as he always seems to do. Need in a West Ham shirt. Gives it back to Souček. 20 minutes gone in this game. 0-0. Weghorst has won it for Manchester United. Here's Garnacho. Gives it to Weghorst. Anthony's onside here. Edge of the penalty box. Anthony wiggles his back to Fernandes. He feeds this to Garnacho. Garnacho in the penalty box. Good work from Johnson. Stuck his leg out and he won it back. And that may be a throw-in to Manchester United. It is. And Garnacho's seen a lot of the ball. The youngster Johnson matching up to the Argentine winger down that left side for Manchester United. Johnson responding to the threat with Sufau injured. He's got to fill it. Ben Johnson. It's with Anthony. He's doubled up by Ben Rama and Emerson. Dalot. It's with Maguire now. Just took his eye on the ball momentarily. Just went behind him. It's actually half time in that game between Southampton and West Ham. It's an early... Southampton and Grimsby, and this will be a 45 minutes away from a giant killing. Dalot. Anthony to Dalot now. Halfway through this first half. Maguire spreads this towards Garnacho. Headed out now and down the right. Going to try to go down the channels. Lindelof cuts the supply. Antonio's a winning runner. Just hasn't worked out for your Scamackers. And Antonio this year. With citing why they're down in the position they are and why they brought in Danny Ings. It's still with Ben Rama. Feeds this to Antonio. He's through on goal here. Mikel Antonio onside to put West Ham in the lead, and David Gea stands strong. It stays Man United 0, West Ham 0, but that's the best opportunity from the visitors. Slight hesitation from Antonio, who totally got split the Manchester United centre-back partnership of Maguire and Lindelof. And Antonio had an age. De Gea stood strong. And there's no surprise why David Moyes has his head in his hands. When you look at that lineup that Manchester United have put out tonight, it does give the opportunity for West Ham, you feel, to strike. And they've just hit the side, netted. They've given another corner. Oh, wait and see for clarification. Sojek's gone up. And it will be a goal kick, which is taken quickly, too quickly. Yeah, it just seems to be a few looseness here in the United play. United of Manchester, of course. It's with Benrahma. Great work from Maguire. Goes round him. Looks to feed it to Anthony. Anthony approaches the box. Wants to go on his left foot. He takes a cross on his right. And it will be a corner to Manchester United. It's the first corner of the evening. Conceded by Rice. Fernandez takes it short towards Anthony. Anthony to Sabitzer. They're going to try and put this back onto Anthony's left foot. Anthony feeds it back to Fernandez into the air. It's headed away by West Ham, who have good height in their defence. Lovely work from Weghorst, but it doesn't regain Manchester United the possession. It's with Benrahma, who's niggled a little bit there by Anthony. Nigerian gets his way away from Anthony and Fernandez. It's with Rice now. Is there an EFL Cup winning hangover for Manchester United tonight? Antonio lets it run. It's with Ben Johnson again down this right side up against Garnacho, and Garnacho wins the battle in a defensive sense. He actually gets Manchester United going because he feeds it to Sabitzer. Sabitzer now back towards Malacia. Malacia still with the ball. Hasn't released it yet, the young Dutchman. Sabitzer is asking for Malacia to keep going, and he has. Approaching the byline here. Malacia, can he win a corner? Tries to go round Rice. In fact, it's booted up the field by the West Ham defender. Straight to Maguire, who heads this towards Anthony. Great work from Anthony. Can he go wriggle his way around two players? He can't. It's very ambitious there, and Maguire just commits against Antonio, and it will be a yellow card to the Manchester United captain, which is a heavy touch, wasn't it, from Maguire. It's a terrible challenge, which has led to the rightful booking. To just haven't been themselves. Dallo. So with Emerson. Dallo's moving the ball away from Benrahma. It does fall to Rice. Halfway through Manchester United's half. It's a nice little wiggle. Antonio wants in the channel. He'll go back, and it's straight at David De Gea. The shot that was struck via the Brazilian of Paqueta. Good from West Ham in this game. The longer it goes on, it suits them. The longer it gives them the confidence. A few options from the bench themselves. It's not just about what Man United have on the bench, it's about what they'd have with Jared Bowen. It's with Fernandez though, centrally. Bruno Fernandez, he wanted to send this to the right side. It gives to Dallo, who overhits this back to the left side of Garnacho, but Garnacho does keep it in. It's out of Malacia, around about 25 yards out from the penalty box. He tries to scoop that forward towards Garnacho, and Johnson reads it well and he clears it. With Fernandez now. Fernandez. Just approaching the box to run. It's with McTominay, just nearly trods on the ball. Malacia to Garnacho. Fernandez. Diagonal all the way to Anthony. Anthony on his left foot. He's going to let fly. He is, and it's just horribly off target compared to his first effort from the Brazilian. And there is a little bit of a shake overhead, not on the base of that shot, but on the basis of the effort and how the way Man United have been played from manager Erik ten Hag. You'd expect a bit better for, I wouldn't necessarily call them fringe players who are not started. Actually, it's a throw in to Manchester United. For Dalot to take it. Dalot back to Maguire. Infield to McTominay, and Rice went in and stepped in. Maguire led, he got pressed by Rice. Good work from Dalot and Maguire. It's with Weghorst. Bonner stepped in and won it for West Ham, but there's a lot of Man United players around him. Really excellent work from Anthony. Quite tenacious and aggressive from the Brazilian there, Anthony. He's been getting his fair criticism in his debut season for Manchester United, but on the balance, you can see why Ten Hag likes him. It's all about balance. He adds a lot to the attack. United have more sustained attacks with him on the pitch, and things are more sustained. And I think, of course, he's very young. Only turned 23 on Friday. Not very young, but he's still young. It's Silverbonner now with the gloves back to his goalkeeper. He's been busy. Has been busy for a while in this half. Feels like a lifetime before he was making those saves. Over Dalot's shots and Sabitzer. Ball breaks for West Ham in Manchester United's half. Down the right now, it's with 4 now. 3 people waiting. It's a low ball that's gathered and smothered by David De Gea. It was Ben Rama reaching it. Tell you what, both defences have been busy in this cup tie. Dalot, it feels like a Premier League game. It really, really does. It doesn't feel like a cup tie. I have to say, it feels like 2 well-organised teams who can win it. The changes for Manchester United, just giving West Ham that glimmer. They can mix it up, and they've been doing that in the first half an hour or so of this tie. Still got an hour left of this game. It's with McTominay round towards Bruno Fernandes, who can't win that. It's Ben Rama. McTominay let him go, and that may be another booking for Manchester United. And it is, and it's going to be McTominay who gets a yellow card. It's 2 for Manchester United now, with McTominay and Maguire booked. So initially the missed ball by Fernandes, but it was a high challenge here by Emerson, which has gone unpunished. Initially why United lost the ball. There's a free kick for Manchester United defence. Moved well by West Ham. In the box they go. Souček, he lifts this to the far post, and that hasn't gone out of play, so Dalot's got to clear that, and it has eventually. So it will be a goal kick for Manchester United. Maguire infield to McTominay. It's a risky move here. Fernandes, Ante can't get there because West Ham are starting to press Manchester United high up the pitch. It's lovely work by Patet to Ben Rama, who wants to move it to the right side for Johnson. Johnson decides to go back to Rice. Rice now to Paqueta. Fornals. Gives it back to the Brazilian. Paqueta's got a lot of Maydai players around him. He wanted to find a 1-2 with Fornals, but in fact he found David De Gea, who's unrushing from his goal. And that's gathered on. It's not been the best half for Manchester United. If West Ham were better on the ball, you'd feel that they would have been able to carve more opportunities and more threatening opportunities they have done. The best chance falling to Antonio, running through Maguire and Lindelof, and then his shot saved low by David De Gea on his right side. It was a chance for West Ham for sure. It's Dalot now with the ball for Manchester United. West Ham now retreat in the defensive position. I think press United high is important. Here's Garnacho. Sabitzer wants to make a run to the box. Doesn't look towards the Austrian. It's with McTominay. Infield to Dalot. Dalot find it to Garnacho. Garnacho to up against Fornals on this occasion as well. Right boots. Garnacho to match the blonde hair. And Dalot just lets it run. And again with Rice. Rice onto this left side now for Ben Rama. Said Ben Rama has got players helping him. Ben Rama lets it towards Emerson. Emerson who fires it across the face of goal. And it will be, I'm sure it might be a goal kick or a corner. But maybe got a light touch from Lindelof. There's no one in behind him. He would not have known that. And it will be a goal kick for Manchester United to then get the touch. De Gea now to Lindelof. Lindelof now towards Garnacho. Really didn't make it to the Argentine. He wanted to play that 1-2 with Sabitzer down the left side. Lindelof. Garnacho. He's just running around and he's brought down eventually by Souček. 10 minutes to go till half time. So, free kick around about 30 yards out from the penalty box. It's with Bruno Fernandes. It's going to be right-footed. Looking towards Maguire. Wins the header. Goes in the middle and it's headed out. Fell to McTominay. And West Ham are able to clear that away. Garnacho. And it all seemed to move in slow motion, that move. The initial ball towards Maguire that was angled to the edge of the box. Headed down by the Manchester United captain. And it found its way to McTominay. And easy could have found its way in the net. West Ham had a player there just to block it away. But now to Emerson. Well, now as they're going through the middle here with Antonio, but this time it won't go towards the striker. And David De Gea is giving it straight to a West Ham player. He's back with Antonio, edge of the box. Souček's in the middle. He's with Antonio. He'll shoot low and it'll go into the hands of De Gea. And he is very, very thankful that the ball's in his hands and not picking it up from his own net after his initial error. It's just all too slow. It's all too sloppy from a Manchester United point of view. And West Ham, at every given opportunity, are asking the questions at this Erik ten Hag's team. It's with Malacia of Manchester United. Lindelof. I just feel like the goal will ignite this game, as it always does in this wonderful, wonderful sport of football. But in this game, United haven't really been able to carve many opportunities. They were to fall a goal behind. That threat that West Ham will be able to show and possess on the break would be difficult. So Manchester tries to win it high up the pitch. United now start to press. West Ham trying to evade that press by win it high. Maguire lets it run as Antonio. It's a really good challenge. It looked like a good challenge from Anthony. It's actually a free kick after just nicking behind Emerson. The Brazilian might be booked after taking down the Italian. Emerson and Anthony are having stern words at the moment. Anthony's not happy at all. That's one to watch. Also, Rice has the free kick. He looks to feed it down that left side, but it's not towards Emerson. It's with Benrahma. His right ball finds the middle for Fornals. Rice. Bonner to the defender. It's won by McTominay. Anthony here, trying to go around a Bonner here. Anthony just going to keep running down this right side with his left foot. So many West Ham players around it. It's with Antonio. Back to Dalot. Maguire now for Manchester United. It's a good win of the ball by McTominay. Maguire towards Malassi. That was a tricky ball that the young Dutchman had to control. He did it to Garnacho. He ended up dummying and running at Johnson. Johnson's showing strength. And it's been an even battle, that one down the left side. And every time the player that's going forward on that far side, it's been a defender that's won it. That's been Garnacho defending. More of a natural defender, of course, in Johnson. He's been able to win it. And Weghorst trying to dummy. It's Aurelio's with that forward. Maguire tries to win the header. He does. It falls to Weghorst. Weghorst looks towards Anthony. Anthony now up against Emerson. He's got Dalot coming behind him for the overlap. Anthony goes in field to Bruno Fernandes, who lets this run to Garnacho. Garnacho wants to shoot. It's over the bar on the Argentine. It's a better move for Manchester United. It's a more aggressive move there. It's one that's over the bar. 0-0. It's a bit and Lindelof's been penalised. With Rice towards it, and Maguire lets that go, and that will be a goal kick to Manchester United. It's another wasteful set piece and move which we've seen from both sides tonight, not only West Ham or Manchester United. Fernandes until without Weghorst. Just keep it alive. Here is Fernandes. A lot of players on the right side. He looked to go down his right, but the players are flooding through the left. The deflection came in and it fell to Aurelio. Fernandes towards Anthony. A few plays in the box towards Weghorst. It's over here. It's straight into Aurelio's. Both teams seem to just wind down now, awaiting, you feel, for the half-time whistle. Weghorst looking towards Garnacho, blocked by Johnson. Referee just awards a throw it. Sabitzer picks it up. Malacia. With Maguire. Dallo. He's put under pressure, Dallo, but he's able to... Oh, he's giving it away. And the opportunity's there for Antonio, and the referee has stopped play. I do wonder why. Surprised if this is a West Ham ball, because West Ham were on the attack here. It seems to be a interesting decision. Here's a free kick to West Ham. We are around about 40 seconds left with normal time to go. Rice. Look and towards Rice again. It's 2-0 now to Grimsby Town in the FA Cup against Premier League Southampton. Yep, that's correct. The League 2 side are 2 goals to the good. They've had 2 penalties and they've dispatched 2 penalties. 70 goals tonight in the FA Cup. In the Premier League, Arsenal are beating Everton. And Manchester United have got the ball through Anthony. Weghorst back to Anthony. Anthony overhit it towards Fernandez. And that will go out all the way for a throw-in. Just a few minutes added on in this first half, which has lacked goal-mouth action. But there's been action. There has been saves from both goalkeepers, good saves as well. So with Fernandez, there's going to be an end. No, that ball was loose. So with Benrahma. Still, and that is the half-time whistle, and a half that has lacked real predation and any sort of aggression here. It feels like a game that has a bit of a hangover for Manchester United. 6 changes from their victory at Wembley, and they're going to have to grind this out in the second half. West Ham, excellent, resolute, competing, and well in this cup tie. We'll be back for the second half with the full audio commentary of this game. So the score at half time in this FA Cup last 16 ties: Manchester United 0, West Ham United 0, and we'll be back for the second half. EFL triumph on Sunday. Ten Hag made 6 changes, and it seems he may be making a change at half-time. We know Ten Hag isn't afraid of the word on the street is McTominay is coming off, and Casemiro will replace him. Wait for confirmation of that move before we go and talk about Manchester United. Casemiro is stripped and ready, so he'll come on for McTominay. We'll have a look at West Ham, who have a fantastic opportunity. They've frustrated United, they've had good chances to put themselves in front, and this would not have been in Erik Ten Hag's thinking tonight. The whole point of resting and rotating is to give players a night off, but Casemiro has just removed his tracksuit bottoms and he's stripped and ready to go on. So we'll work from the visitors first in terms of their team. It's Areola in goal, it's Johnson, Odegaard and Abada, and Emerson, Paqueta, Rice and Sojek. For now, Antonio and Ben Rama is the 11. So that change coming in from Manchester United. Casemiro coming on, and so it's David Hare in goal. He's made a few good saves in this game already. Malacia, Lindelof, Maguire, Dalot, McTominay, Sabitzer, Casemiro on for McTominay, Garnacho, Fernandes, Anthony and Wout Weghorst, who's still looking for his first home Manchester United goal. In fact, he's only scored once, and that came in a cup competition. United looking to launch themselves quickly into the attack. It's pumped forward by Lindelof, looking towards Anthony. It falls to Fernandes, it's a very, very heavy ball from Bruno Fernandes that goes out for a goal kick. United shooting from right to left to the Stretford end where the Mr. Hard supporters shoot from. 2-1 now on that game between Grimsby and Southampton, the FA Cup and Premier League. Action taking place up and down the country. And, it's 0-0 between Burnley and Fleetwood. 0-0 between Sheffield United and Spurs. It's with Garnacho. Anthony backhills it straight towards Ben Rama. Bonner back towards his goalkeeper. Weghorst, who playing most for so many games, commits the foul on the central defender. Rashford looks onto the bench. I wonder when he'll be introduced tonight. As the free kick is taken, it's headed up by Maguire. Rice wants the ball. It's headed up, and now it'll be a throw-in. These two did be in the FA Cup 2 years ago this week. At this stage, Manchester United were victorious. They went on to take on Leicester in the quarterfinals, but they weren't victorious on that occasion, losing at the King Power 3-1 that day. So a throw in down the right side for Manchester United, banging the halfway line. Dalot will take. It's actually crept himself forward into West Ham's half. It's going to be another throw into Manchester United, further in West Ham's territory. Anthony takes the throw in, or he doesn't, he runs in and he gives it back to Dalot. And has the ball in his hands. He then lets this thrown towards Wout Weghorst, and Casemiro tries to get his first couple of touches. United definitely lost that battle in the middle in the first half. 4 now, second ball's always falling to West Ham. It's back with West Ham here. Antonio trying to backhill that. It's with Garnacho, who runs away from the Jamaican international. Garnacho feeding this to Sabitzer. Sabitzer and Casemiro playing for the first time centrally together. Something that hasn't happened since Sabitzer made the move to Manchester United on deadline day in January. Antonio was running through the harder Manchester United defence, but this time Maguire read that and he stepped up and won the ball. It's with Garnacho down this left side. United have been able to turn it on in the second half, especially in the stadium. Casemiro flicks to the right side. It was 0-0 against Reading in this game, in this competition last time out, and ended up winning that game convincingly, 3-1. Casemiro getting 2 that night. They have a corner on the far side, Manchester United. Maguire and Casemiro approached the penalty box. It's taken short. On his way now to Sabitzer. Back out now to Bruno Fernandes. It's going to be lofted into the penalty box. It is. It's a poor ball. Sabitzer now looking for Anthony. Low shot. It's into the hands of the goalkeeper. Ariola, that's probably the easiest save he's made tonight. It's in the yellow jersey. So, given towards Lagarde, he goes forward. It's now with Johnson towards Antonio, but Lindelof will pass that back to his goalkeeper. Over De Gea. Yeah. Going for the ball now towards Sabitzer. Rice. Oh, towards Fornals. Now switching the ball out towards Benrahma. He's up against Dalot. Benrahma with the black gloves on his left foot, puts the ball in. It's high up for Souček. He puts the header down. It's saved low by De Gea. And just for a second, it looked like that was going to creep into the bottom corner. And the Manchester United goalkeeper had to make the save and clawed it away. Another good chance created by David Moyes' team. And they're coming again from this left side. They've back-killed it straight to Manchester United's path. Fernandes. Now he's got Casemiro ahead of him. Fernandes. Players running in different direction. He feeds it to Casemiro. Gives it to Weghorst. Weghorst through and goal. Weghorst shoots and it's over. Stays 0-0. 2 good chances for these two teams. End-to-end stuff here. Trying to make it a cup tie. Make it feel less than a Premier League game. Weghorst was always slipping with that shot as we get a replay from that Souček header. He won it so well down. It bounced just before the hail went to the ground and pushed it up. Could have easily have gone behind it. And it's a good save from the Spaniard. And the Manchester United are looking for more clean sheets, of course, after breaking that record. 0-0. It's a Weghorst now who pumps this forward. It's good pressure from Lindelof. It falls to Maguire. Maguire now, he's did the hard part well, but then the secondary part wasn't ideal. It's back to David De Gea, who's found the pass to Garnacho, but his touches can't keep it under control. Johnson gets West Ham going straight away through Fornals. Low ball cut out by Malacia. Malacia's clearances with Garnacho. He breathes a massive sign of relief. He feeds it to Casemiro, who's all action midfielder for Manchester United. He's added so much and shown so much rather than added. The experienced midfielder from Brazil, from Real Madrid, 5-time Champions League winner, coming here and has breathed new life into Manchester United. It's with Anthony down this right side, trying to go on his left foot. Anthony to Fernandes. Portuguese and Brazilian connection there continues. Casemiro feeds Sabitzer, gets it back. Sabitzer looking towards Fernandes. Fernandes trying to hook it, and the ball in the end trickles into the hands of Weghorst and Ariola. I mean, if it's Weghorst, then he'd be in trouble, but it's Ariola who comes and gathers. Weghorst who helped it along its way. It's a nice ball from Sabitzer, trying to just lift that in the air for Fernandes. Cleared up by the goalkeeper. Headed back down here, so Weghorst will try and latch on. So Benrahma. Dalot blocks the ball and that will be a throw-in. 0-0. Halfway in Manchester United's half. Oh, it's worked here to Benrahma in the penalty box, and he fires the net. Manchester United complain, but West Ham lead. Said Benrahma has poked West Ham in front of this cup tie. Manchester United sloppy, Manchester United punished, and Benrahma slams it home. And the visitors take the lead in a cup tie. Well, did the ball go out of play? And if it does, then VAR, and it may have just done that. That will be looked at. If the ball went out of play, and I don't think this one would have counted. It worked his way to the edge of the box. It was sloppy for Manchester United, and Benrahma punished it down that right side, and De Gea was beaten. This will be reviewed to see if the ball went out of play. There's no saving that, as it was fired up. We wait for this VAR check to see if it's happened. At the moment they are having a VAR check, and the goal has been given. West Ham lead. Benrahma punishes United's sloppiness, and if they're going to complete any sort of cup treble and keeping that alive, they're going to come from behind tonight, Manchester United. And David Moyes, the West Ham manager, clapping his side. The ball just about kept in. United 0, West Ham 1, and we have liftoff in this FA Cup tie. It's with David De Gea infield towards Maguire. Lindelof to Harry Maguire. Infield out to Casemiro towards Bruno Fernandes. Oh, it's given away by Casemiro. It's sloppy. Benrahma. Give West Ham a whole heap of confidence. This game, Manchester United have made so many changes, but they still have to go and get the victory. Still have to go in and produce. West Ham, and they've been in this tie throughout the game. They're looking for more goals. They're moving from the right side. It's with Sabitzer towards Casemiro, who's nearly lost the ball. He didn't. And he starts it down this right side. Manchester United were behind last week against Barcelona in the Europa League at this stadium. They've been behind a few times this season here already against Manchester City also in one half. It's with Sabitzer up to Fernandes. Malacia's there. It's with Malacia, and it shots wayward and it's off target. And stays Manchester United 0, West Ham 1. Well, the cavalry's coming on for Manchester United. Marcus Rashford and Martinez are coming on. I'm surprised to see that happening. Lindelof happening now. Martinez on, Lindelof off, and Marcus Rashford on, and Anthony has gone off. Very much of a surprise the goal was given. It did look like the ball went completely out of play on that far side. What's it meant to be? Into VAR. And Marcus Rashford has half an hour to continue the amazing run that he's on. Didn't score against Barcelona last week at home, so that run's gone down. It's now a free kick to West Ham, who I'm sure will eat as much time as possible when everything goes their way. Anthony, Lindelof, Martinez and Rashford on. Fired up by Rice. Antonio trying to get it back. There's another chance here for West Ham, and it should be two. It was drilled in by Fornals, waiting for a white shirt to chap it in at the far post. Ogbonna won it down in the D. He lofted that towards Fornals, and Souček was waiting. Souček has to gamble. A West Ham player has to gamble more. Can't give those opportunities up in a cup tie. You just cannot. Manchester United are a team who've not lost here in 18 games. Be a mammoth effort. One that they're doing so well, West Ham. But they know at one stage Manchester United will wake up and get going, and fire the ball forward by Casemiro. Looking towards Fernandes. West Ham with it. Maybe, just maybe, they should have doubled their lead there. Maguire to Martinez. Maguire stays on the field. He's on the yellow card. It's Casemiro looking, he spreads this now to Garnacho. Garnacho now approaching the penalty box here. Garnacho low ball looking towards Rashford. And West Ham here now looking to break. Really good challenge from Malacia, who ends up slipping. And he ends up winning a throw-in the end off Paqueta. Malacia. What has this Manchester United team got in store for us? What has this West Ham United team got in store for us? Can they hang on? Can this be a turning point for them? Been a terrible season for them. But they themselves are in not only this cup competition, in the Europa League conference also. Go to Cyprus next Thursday. Spread it to the left side here. Garnacho, first time ball! And it's not bundled away. Sabitzer was there looking to tap it. It falls towards Areola. And it stays 1-0 to West Ham. Great play now down this left side by Emerson. Runs into a bit of trouble. He runs into Casemiro. He brings him down. And it will be a throw it. It'll be a free kick rather. Right, Souček put the ball out of play. As we get a replay from that. Doing, says the referee. Antonio in towards Garnacho. Rashford of a back heel, but he can't find a Manchester United player. Of course, creating that press. Fernandes can't win this. West Ham are bopping the ball with confidence, having the goal. It's with Martinez. It's back to his goalkeeper. Maybe he should have left that. It's with Maguire to Casemiro. Fernandes. It's a really good move if Man United can get themselves out. Luckily they can, because Casemiro was fortunate. It's pumped forward, looking towards Marcus Rashford. There you go, that's to cut that ball out. No surprise to see United will go more direct and long. Malacia goes and wins the ball here, high up. Malacia trying to feed it to the right side to Weghorst. West Ham respond again defensively. And they're up on the attack again, Antonio. And if you can make the move, there's a bit West Ham players gone past. Martinez here. Antonio in the box. Two West Ham players. Doesn't feed it. Goes for goal, and De Gea saves Manchester United from a 2-0 scoreline. It's now with Garnacho. Game stretched. End to end. Garnacho centrally now it'll go. It's behind Malacia. He's now playing in the centre of the park. It's with Sabitzer. Rashford. Marcus Rashford runs into a bit of trouble. Malacia looking towards Garnacho. That might just sprinkle in. And it will be a goal kick. And sheer frustration there from Garnacho. United have found themselves in this kind of the year behind, as I mentioned, to Barcelona, Manchester City, Leeds. And they're behind from West Ham. It's a really good save from David Gea. Antonio had a lot of time to try and find an angle. Better option. He had two West Ham players there. It's two good opportunities for West Ham there to double their lead. They haven't taken it. The question is, will they rue those opportunities? It's with Sabitzer for Manchester United. He's just fallen to the ground here. Casemiro, good work from him. Dalot back towards De Gea. Maguire. Here's Casemiro infield towards Weghorst. Weghorst spreads this to left side to Garnacho. Velasquez right there. He's still with Garnacho. And he can't feed it towards Sabitzer. 1-0 it remains. Malacia trying to find his way into the box. Gives it to Wout Weghorst. Casemiro with a shot, and it's saved well by earlier. It's another good, hard, low strike for Manchester United. That is equal by the goalkeeper. Excellent work from the Frenchman in the West Ham goal. Keeps making saves like that. West Ham will be heading to the last stage of the FA Cup. Casemiro. Dalot. Fernandes. Who's trying to find Rashford. United have lost this. It's September the 8th against Real Sociedad in the Europa League. Remarkable run in all competitions. They've been fantastic. A quick throw in here by Fernandes. Tries to tee this up. Casemiro lets it run. Or Garnacho could latch onto it. Weghorst and West Ham survive. Fortunate, but they do survive. Giving it away. Casemiro finding every inch of the ball. United smelling a little bit of danger here now. It's Wout Weghorst. Weghorst. Venus to Sabitzer. Rashford. Trying to find an angle to shoot. Finds it to Sabitzer. Blocked. Pass to Garnacho. Edge of the box. Cleared away by Johnson. Antonio. And West Ham looking dangerous on the break here. Well, I did mention in the first half, didn't I? Been interesting to see West Ham, if they were to get the first goal, how Man United would deal with that, because West Ham would be such a threat from the counter-attack. Garnacho's a threat in the box here. Here's Sabitzer. Can't turn in the box. Cleared away by West Ham. So it all seems quite frantic at the moment. Maguire comes and wins the header. Garnacho tries to come back and wins the ball back. Gives it back to Malacia. Malacia now to Casemiro. Good reverse ball here. Here's Rashford. Bit of time here. Rashford goes for goal. And it's wayward. And it will be a goal kick to West Ham. Ariola will take it. Field to Casemiro. Weghorst tries to turn. He's injured. Referee says play on. West Ham have the ball. Nice wants it in the centre circle. Now he's putting the ball out. It's with Garnacho. He's carry on here. Rashford and United sportingly give the ball back to West Ham, who put the ball out of play due to Wout Weghorst's injury. Grimsby down moments away from finding themselves in the last 8 of the FA Cup. That'll be a mammoth achievement by the League 2 side. As Antonio is running down the right side channel. He's already gone past Martinez once tonight, and Martinez does well just to usher that out of play. Free kick to West Ham. It's very near the corner flag. Even Moyes has found his way out of his technical area to give some orders. West Ham leading 1-0 here through Ben Rama's goal. It's a left-footed ball into the penalty box, right in the 6-yard box, defended well by Manchester United. Does fall to Rice though. Emerson back to Rice. And Malacia thought he wanted to throw it, he didn't. This is where West Ham want the ball. It's where they want to be at the moment. Johnson. What a challenge that is for Malacia. Wins the ball from Fernalsby, gives it straight away to Paquette. Tries to play the 1-2, Antonio with Paqueta. Malacia gives it straight back to Souček. West Ham, as I said, building with confidence. Antonio now in the corner, it's where they want to be. Casemiro gets United out. It's Wout Weghorst. Rashford's to the left of him. Wout Weghorst to switch the ball towards Fernandes. Headed up by Johnson. It's with Maguire. A lot of space down this right side, but United need to move the ball quickly. Dalot. Maguire. So Martinez. Bono's got to clear the ball here. Comes back to Fernandes, whose effort and volley, it's high. And Hansen stays 1-0 to West Ham. Finishing it up field, it's with Martinez now. One well by Garnacho. Fernandes towards Garnacho, he turns and he's brought down by Johnson. It will be a free kick to Manchester United in an inviting position to whip it into the penalty box. It's a clever play from the Argentine. Fernandes with this free kick, and he find a red shirt. Launches to the far post. He looks towards one, and he finds one. Manchester United get the equaliser, and it's that man again, Casemiro. Well, I'm sure there'll be a VAR check to see if he was onside or not, but Fernandes finds it in, and this may be chalked off if it is Casemiro. Looks to be offside. Sure, VAR will have a look at this. May come off Souček. Looks like Casemiro is offside, and he is. That will be overturned. It was a little bit of a muted celebration from Casemiro. I expect this one to be overturned. I cannot see how this can be given as a goal. I'm unsure why it's taken so long. It's very clear he was offside. Still waiting for the check. Do you wonder what they're judging? For it to be on or not. Maybe look at the far side, it was offside, and finally they make the decision that was clear. That's just wasted a couple of minutes. It's very obvious that was. I cannot stress enough. Sorry, the amount of times I've said that in the last half a second. VAR does frustrate. You do get the right choice in the end, but you can see miles on. First replay that was offside. Immediately when I saw that it was off, he was a good yard in front of the West Ham line. So Manchester United have to do that all over again. They're going to make another substitution with Bowen. coming on now for West Ham for these last 15 minutes. Sojek. Well, now it's coming off. It's with Casemiro. Thought he had a bit of deja vu after getting that headed set-piece goal at Wembley. He feeds this centrally now to Weghorst. Rashford tries to latch on towards the ball to Variola. He clears it straight to a Manchester United player, and Weghorst. It doesn't break towards the home side. It's with the visitors, who are edging closer here to a really good win. Martinez. To Malacia, but it's over hit, and that will be a goal kick. Well, Southampton have been knocked out by Grimsby Town in the FA Cup, and unless Manchester United get 15 minutes in the next 15 minutes, they'll be knocked out. Sure, there'll be some added time. Antonio towards Malacia to do some defending. And was the offside flag? Gives this to Casemiro. Now on towards Dalot. Fernandez. He's got Dalot to the right of him. Casemiro. 25 yards out. Spreads this to Dalot. Rashford's in the middle. Gives this back to Casemiro. It's with Malacia, who lets this run. Luckily, he's able to just keep out. Fired Garnacho's to run off and retreat this behind him. Here is Garnacho. He won that free kick. He's running a bit of ejection and pace, and he's probably the only United player creating that buzz. Rashford seems to have come on in a sanctuary and not really been able to dictate himself in this game. Sabitzer. Martinez now towards Malacia. Midfield now towards Dalot. Martinez, every West Ham player, is going to defend their box valiantly. Here is Garnacho looking for a low ball in. It'll be a corner kick for Manchester United. It's Agard who clears the ball away. 76 minutes gone. It's going to be Fernandez to take it. Right footed looking for a red shirt. This one may count. It's found its way, and it's a first home goal for Wout Weghorst. Manchester United level. Manchester United equalise. West Ham's defence breached via that set piece. It's Bruno Fernandes that finds that into the 6-yard box, and it may be an own goal from Agard. It may not be a first goal. It is going to be an own goal from the Frenchman, from the Moroccan, sorry. Agard headed into his own net here. And Manchester United have their lifeline. Well, it looked like Wout Weghorst running away in celebration. Was about to claim it. And it is 1-1 here. West Ham on the attack, cut out by Dalot. And this is what Manchester United have done in recent weeks very well here. When they've been behind, they've been able to turn the games around. It's Fernandes trying to go around a player. Can't do us. Want it back. It's with Fernandes. They find a red shirt in the middle. It will be a goal kick to West Ham. Frantic and fun is this game at the moment. Frantic and for sure Manchester United getting themselves a level. Rashford back towards Wout Weghorst. 25 yards out. Fernandes. He's got a player to the right here. Bruno Fernandes goes for goal. Maybe the better option was to feed Dalot. It's another comfortable save though for Agard. Really rather. Here's Maguire onto Malacia. 1-1. The disappointment for West Ham. To Weghorst. It's with Dalot. Bruno Fernandes, he spreads this down to the left side. Can Garnacho win that? It's going to be Johnson. It's another corner. More pressure for West Ham here. Of course, Manchester United scored on the last set piece, taking it short. Sabitzer towards Fernandes. It's blocked, and that one will be another corner. With Fernandes, it's a poor corner and headed out by West Ham. 10 minutes and it's a late winner for Burnley. In their game, they scored a late goal by Fleetwood in the FA Cup. Fernandes nearly doesn't gift the ball here. It's a very, very lethargic from Bruno Fernandes. And the goal has been given as an Agard own goal, of course. Of course, just a reminder, you didn't know, this goes to extra time if we can't find a winner in the next 10 minutes. These two teams have Premier League games on a weekend. Manchester United, of course, going to Anfield. Great turn here by Garnacho, who goes down the penalty box. Referee waves that away. Casemiro tries to win that, and he doesn't, according to the referee, in terms of the throw-in. Garnacho screaming that may have been a penalty. He rounds Johnson for the first time tonight, pushes him to the ground, and you've seen those given, for sure. You've seen those given. And Erik ten Hag is not happy. Steaming down the stairs. I believe that should have been a spot kick. It's Casemiro. United took on Everton in the third round of the FA Cup here. They've had so many home draws. Great work from Garnacho. Was crunched down here by Paqueta. He will be booked. It was a heavy challenge by Garnacho. That was a really, really bad challenge. For Fernandes! Oh, what a chance again for Manchester United from a set piece. This time it's right at the goalkeeper, the header. So close from being a winner. Casemiro. Fernandes, well, good ball in. Casemiro's header was felt a bit held. This will have to be settled tonight. And Fred is coming on for Manchester United. Garnacho over the halfway line. It's got Malacia to the left of it. Casemiro looking towards Sabitzer. He didn't know it was coming his way. And it will be a corner. A few confusion in the West Ham ranks. They can smell a bit of blood here. Manchester United. It's Fernandes again with the corner. It's cleared away by West Ham. Garnacho. Looking towards Fernandes. Looking to the far post. Looking towards Casemiro. West Ham just about clear for a throw-in. They're being pinned in here now. Stretford screaming upon it and go. Maguire. Martinez. Down this right. To the far post, looking towards Rashford, and it's cleared away. It's another corner. The quality of the set piece needs to be better for Manchester United. They're racking up these corners, but not being able to capitalise. On this, 5 minutes to go of normal time. Can there be a late winner from Manchester United? As Fred comes on. And Mikel Arteta takes his time off the pitch. And Gianluca Scamacca comes on. Fernandes takes it into another good area, headed away by West Ham. It's pulled back or hits. It's an acrobatic from Martinez that ends up hitting Casemiro. Scamacca is up already, but his ball is out of play, and that will be a throw-in to West Ham. Malacia has to give the ball to Ben Rama. And it will be a throw into West Ham. Garnacho on towards now Fred. He's a really good ball now to Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes trying to tee this up, and it's cut out. With Marcus Rashford rushing in. It's another corner to Manchester United. Taken quickly. Fernandes in towards Rashford. Rashford into Garnacho now. Garnacho, edge of the box. He may lose the ball. Fred will recycle it, but he puts it behind Fernandes, and that'll be out of the play. United try to get things quickly, but should just take their time with their set piece. Johnson to take this throw it. Up by Bowen. Malacia towards Maguire. Giving this back to De Gea. Didn't see much action in the last 20 minutes or so. West Ham have pilted out these last few dying embers of the game, especially since that equaliser. Ball can't find a Manchester United player. It's with Casemiro. Looking towards Garnacho. Dallo. Infield to Maguire. Work now for Casemiro, who looks to Garnacho again. He doesn't miss that this time to the Argentine. Up against Johnson. Gives it to Malacia. Fred slips in the box. Malacia puts a wayward ball. And that will be a goal kick to West Ham. And Ten Hag side looking at extra time as Sheffield United have taken the lead. in their game against Tottenham Hotspur. It's fired up now by Areola. Out of play, and it will be a goal kick. And the 90th minute mark now. Casemiro, Weghorst. And it's right now for Dalot. Fernandez. He's going to try and hit this first time. He feeds towards Weghorst. Edge of the box. Weghorst deflected. He's still with Garnacho. Can he find a corner? He can! What a goal from Alejandro Garnacho! In the 90th minute! Finds the bottom corner! And Manchester United have turned it around once again at Old Trafford. And the League Cup winners are heading to the last stage of the FA Cup. Alejandro Garnacho. Well, there was a move in from Fernandez that was whipped in. Deflected onto Weghorst. His shot ended up being deflected. It fell kindly towards Garnacho. Had so much to do. But he was able just to bend it down into the bottom corner. Areola grasping in the corner as it fell into the bottom corner. Replay here. Weghorst forced to Garnacho. Areola's ready down to the left side. And he caresses it into the bottom corner. Manchester United for large periods of this game have been second best. Have been sloppy. Have been slow. But as they've done in their previous 13 games this season, coming into this game, they have scored twice, and it looks like they're going to remain unbeaten at home and extend their unbeaten run from 19. Haven't lost since September the 8th, since the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, and of course domestically since opening day of Brighton. And for David Moyes' West Ham, after playing so brilliantly, they are minutes away from going out of the FA Cup. It's what good sides can do. And Manchester United have proven once again they are coming a good side once again. Well, I've given it the big finish. Let's see if it ends that way. West Ham, there's still time. It's Garnacho who's ramping and running down. He's been brought down, but the referee doesn't think so. Here's Jared Bowen, and Casemiro is there to cut it away. Manchester United were moments away from extra time. 50 minutes ago, heading out of this competition completely. Garnacho's had a torrid time tonight. He's found it difficult up against Johnson. We're playing 4 minutes of added time, by the way. We've played 2 minutes already. Hold that thought. Game's not won yet from a Manchester United perspective. And Casemiro's done what he does really well. He steals the ball away from West Ham when he looks dangerous. Casemiro now over the halfway line. Manchester United go. Rashford wants to be put through here. It's Marcus Rashford here. Rashford low! Oh, it just goes wide. So close for a making a third, and Rashford getting goal 26. He better bother for space and speed, and the finish went past Areola, but the ball couldn't go past the net. Still we play on here. Less than 2 minutes to go, and Alejandro Garnacho is getting his applause. He's been given player of the match by the local broadcaster in this game, as he comes off to be substituted. And of course, really good finish. Just put the ball out, second touch, just slams it in, right in the bottom corner for the Stretford end. And he gets a massive applause and a massive hug from his manager, Erik ten Hag. And he gets a massive hug from the substitute bench also. Garnacho's come off, and Rafael Varane has come on. More solidity and security from Manchester United tonight. "30 seconds of normal time." I'm sure we'll have a Another minute or so due to the substitution of Rafael Varane. Can West Ham conjure any other opportunity tonight? And we look back on that Benrahma, that Fornals ball that was dashed in, and there was no Benrahma, there was no Souček to run into it. We look back at that and Mikel Antonio move when they were 1-0 up in this game, as Fred looks to find it now towards Bruno Fernandes, who's right in the corner. Now, he probably will not look to attack, he just waits for West Ham to try and win the ball back here. Bruno Fernandes, smart play from the Portuguese player. West Ham have won the ball away from there. Fernandes got to be careful if he gets booked. He will miss the next domestic tie. Referee looks at his watch. Hasn't blown it yet. Their feet at Old Trafford, waiting for that final whistle to be blown. The ball's in the corner where Manchester United want it. It's not where West Ham want it. Well, the ball's been slipped here. Kavagor's rested it here. It could fall to Fred. Game over. Manchester United get a third. And it's a double for Fred at the Stretford end. He barely flops his way into the bottom of the turf. And that is game, set, match. And Manchester United on to the last 8. And West Ham United, from a position of going through with 15 to go, shipped to 3. And it's just remarkable that Manchester United remain scoring. Weghorst created the pressure. And Fred side-footed it past the goalkeeper. And that is game done. 19 games unbeaten for Manchester United. It's now game 14 where they've scored more than 2. More woe for West Ham, who looked so assured in the game, so secure. This wasn't going to be the prediction. Not at all. Especially at 1-0. This game looked destined to be a West Ham victory, or at least Manchester United, through individual brilliance through Angelo Garnacho and persistence in that press, has been able to find it. You need a bit of luck, of course. You need to be in it to win it. They threw that ball into the box for Agar to put it into his own net, and they'll be in that hat for the quarter-finals that will be taking place after the Sheffield United-Tottenham game. And that is it. Manchester United have knocked out West Ham. They've beaten David Moyes to do their streetwise, and they move on to Anfield with real confidence. The unbeaten streak continues. They're unbeaten 11. David Moyes' team by 3-1. It's not been pretty for Eric Ten Hag's team, but they know how to win under this man. They know what to do. They're streetwise, and they move on to Anfield with real confidence. The unbeaten streak continues.